over the next 5 years, like AI is going to have a big impact on things. Like more and more people are using AI to find local businesses. We had a guy contact us recently, and he was like in Spokane, and he Googled like what's the best marketing company for XYZ.
Oh, no way.
And we were number one.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I found my doctor's office that way too. So what we're going to see is actually ads entering into that. So your AI is giving you results that were paid for. Even though AI is progressing quickly, I don't see local search changing as quickly, because this go to Google and find what you're looking for thing is still increasing.
Mm-hmm.
And people aren't going to change the way they do it super quickly. If anything, if they use AI, the AI goes to Google and uses the same search results to kind of help filter it.
Mm.
So I think AI will be the biggest impact. And then also it will continue to get more and more expensive. Like everything else, like milk has doubled in price. Like ads go up, I think it's 10% a year on average. And luckily, because of the of how we are all inundated with information, we're able to like upskill ourselves and our businesses too. So like I think contractors are going to get just more sophisticated in their sales, their marketing, their business strategies, the way they get referrals, the way they interact with their customers, and give a better and better experience because they have to in order to compete. I think that's happening. And then I think that the economy will probably suffer at some point soon, which will make it a lot more difficult to make money, which is going to drive all these things even faster.
Yeah.
It's just going to get a lot more competitive. A lot of people go out of business, but the people who like press on the gas and get better, like their companies will grow while everyone else's shrink or disappear.
Yeah, makes sense.
And then also a lot of people are retiring.
Yeah.
So a lot of businesses are just going to go away overnight.
Yeah.
So lots of things happening in the next 5 years.
Yeah, no kidding. Do you have any advice on how to show up in AI?
So far, it seems like just if you're showing up on Google, then AI will find you.
Cool.
And I don't know about the ads part, but like if you show up on Google organically, then AI will know about you. Your website is the biggest thing that you have, but also like all the other things that typically go into SEO, they will impact AI, because you might say, well, what are the best 5 remodeling companies in my area? And it'll come up with a list. And then the person might be like, this one seems interesting. Tell me everything about them. And AI is going to go scour the internet for every mention of them. And it'll find legal stuff. It'll find their business license stuff, contractor's license. It'll find good reviews, bad reviews. And so it's kind of like, for AI, you want to like have good online presence hygiene. Like, you can just do it for yourself. Like, hey, tell me everything there is to know about this company. Like, I do that for Adapt all the time, just to see what's out there. And luckily for me, like, it's mostly positive stuff, or all positive stuff. So that's what you want to see. Like, you want to, but if I do like, what are the top 5 marketing companies for contractors? We don't show up because they're all like these super big corporations who have spent a ton of money on sponsorship blog posts and stuff.
Gotcha, yeah.
So we don't show up in that search. I'm not too worried about it.
But that one guy in Spokane found you.
Somehow he found me. I tried to replicate what he did, and I couldn't.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know what he was. I don't know what he did.
Yeah, I mean, it's so tailored on like their history within
yeah, and like you could literally ask AI the same question 10 times, and it'll be a slightly different answer every time.
Yeah.
So hard to say.
Huh.
Build your brand, make customers happy, get tons of reviews, have a good website, have a good online presence.
Yeah.
Maybe post on social media occasionally if that's what you want to do. But like, just do that stuff. Do it. That's, I guess, the number one piece of advice I can give anyone. Just do it.
Mm-hmm.
And expect that you have to do 10 times as much as you think you do.
Yeah.
Because a lot of guys will get on and they'll get their business listing live. And to them, that's a lot of work because it can be a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I finally got this thing live. And I got 3 reviews on it. Like, I talked to this guy recently. He did just that. He got his thing live. I was like, how many reviews you got? He's like, 10. I was like, cool, get more reviews. He's like, oh, that's what you always say. Just get more reviews. I already got 10. And it's like, yeah. Like, you're just scratching the surface.
Mm-hmm.
You just need 100.
Yeah.
And then you got to keep getting more. Like, that's your option.
Yeah, anything else that you expect to like kind of change with Google or anything coming up, or any new ads platforms?
I think right now Google's going to do everything it can to keep the status quo.
Uh-huh.
because they make so much money from ads and whatnot.
Yeah.
I do think at a certain point, like agencies like mine will become less important because AI will be able to do so much more of this stuff. I'm just not sure how fast that'll happen. Because just the other day, like this is such a good example. We built a website for this guy. We did it like the same way we've done the last 200. And he was ranking in like a huge bubble on Google Maps, just getting tons of leads. I showed him Claude AI, and he went to Claude and he said, I want to be super luxury brand, like only high-end clients. Look at my website and like tell me what needs to change. And so Claude went through and it's like, oh, you're targeting like low-end clients. You need to change all this stuff. And it gave him like a template. And then he brought it to us. He's like, I want this stuff changed. And it was like, okay, let's try it. And so we did, and his rankings like tanked.
Dang.
He just wasn't showing up anywhere. And you know, the thing with SEO and Google is it changes all the time. It changes so fast. Like, even though we had a hunch that it would have an impact, like we didn't know how big of an impact it would have. You can only learn by trying. So we did it, and we're like, holy crap, his rankings tanked. And so then we went into science mode, and we're like, all right, what happened here? Let's look at 10 other clients. We looked at all of them, all their rankings were still great. It's like, okay, so it's not like systemic. It's not something that we're doing all the time. What happened? Oh, 3 weeks ago, we changed this guy's entire website. Okay, well, let's revert the whole thing just back to the way it was before and just see what happens. So we did that, and 2 to 3 weeks later, his rankings came back to normal. It was like, okay, that was the change.
Yeah.
So then we could get a little deeper and say, what specifically do we think it was? And how can we like marry these two ideas? How can we target these higher end clients, but while maintaining the things that are making him rank well? And so we're in the process of doing that now, but it's like a slower process because we want to change one thing at a time and then watch what Google does with it. But it's just such a good example of like AI will give you the answer to any question you ask. It's almost never going to say, I don't know, or maybe you shouldn't do that.
Yep.
If you say, hey, AI, like, how can I fly like a bird? Like, it'll probably give you some steps you can take to fly like a bird, even though that's impossible.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh man, this is great. This is amazing. But then, like, in practice, AI is, these large language models do is statistically predict, like, what the next word is. And so no matter what you ask it, it's going to produce an answer and it's going to sound great. But with this Google stuff and SEO, like, it can really mess everything up. And if you don't have like the domain experience and knowledge, like it might mess things up and you don't even know how to tell. You're just sitting there like, what happened to all of our phone calls?
Yeah.
So it's like if you're starting at zero, I think AI can help you make progress pretty quickly if you're willing to do it yourself.
Because like doing something is better than nothing.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, but if you like already have anything, like you have to be super careful of losing what you have.
Yeah.
And if you're not super experienced with AI, then you might take it as gospel even though it's just making stuff up.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so I forget what your original question was, but AI is it's great, but it's not the answer to everything yet.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we were just talking about the future of marketing and it got into AI naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything that you would recommend contractors be using AI for today? Like what's something you found that's like really handy?
Like ChatGPT is really good with spreadsheets. So you can take spreadsheets of your estimates or your accounting and stuff like that and like analyze it. You can put like 10 of your jobs in there in spreadsheets and like get your average job costs, and it can help you estimate. Like again, you don't want to take it as gospel, but if you already know how to estimate, it can help you speed things up really quickly because you can have it produce an estimate based off your last 10, and then you can scan over it really quick and make sure that it's correct. You can also say like, if you're newer to estimating, hey, I want to remodel this bathroom, help me estimate this. You can have a conversation with it so you can like talk back and forth. And then you can ask it things like, what might I be forgetting? Are there any other, what contingencies should be in here? What's my risk here? And just help you cover your bases. It can help you with like your accounting, profit, loss, all that kind of stuff. It's a great like augmentation tool. It's a great like learning tool. I don't trust it enough yet to like use it to produce like end things. Like, I don't have it write my emails, even though it probably could. I don't have it like write my estimates. I don't have it do those things, but I do like use it as kind of like a sounding board to
Yeah.
have a conversation with.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Yeah.